Oh, okay, so I'm gonna start talking now. Um, I'm actually I'm so in such a good mood right now. I'm so humored that I'm actually getting little tingles through my body because it's like it almost feels like the last day of school for me. So I just got an email from the people from Elk Rapids who have the sculpture park. You know, something that I'm basically volunteering for. And in the whole history of them having the sculpture park, someone or probably a couple people or whoever, I don't know if it happened last night. Maybe it was because of my memore, whatever it was, post yesterday about the skull. Maybe it was someone that was getting back at me for my evil nature. But I guess someone knocked over my sculpture, my 1,200-pound sculpture in the sculpture park in Elk Rapids. And I'm so happy they did it. It's not even funny. In fact, I hope they keep knocking it over because it's going to make so much more news when you knock it over, and I'm going to get so much more popular, and people are going to hear about me. This is like the greatest thing. It's not even fun. I don't even care if the stupid sculpture is there. You know what a pain in the ass it's been to make it? Thank you for whoever did that. Please keep doing it. Keep knocking my sculpture over. Your hatred towards me, or maybe just your malicious nature, I mean, you might not even know me. I understand that. You could be just a couple little drunk kids that challenged each other to knock the sculpture over. This could have nothing to do with me. I'm well aware of that. But anyways, it's still good for me. Get drunk again and knock it over again now that you know who I am. I don't care. The police are involved. They're coming. I'm going to meet them over there, and I guess we're going to tip the sculpture over. I'm sure it cracked some of the tiles on the back of it, but so it's like the best news of the whole day that my sculpture got knocked over. I mean, out of all the artists there through the last 5-6 years, no one's gotten their sculpture damaged, but mine. Come on, the 1,200-pound. What, give me a break. I think it was personal, but whatever. But it's just typical because, when you're someone like me and you've worked so hard and you just don't care anymore, it's like these are blessings when these things happen. When you get, like I said, this could be a couple drunk kids that just got knocked the sculpture over. Could very easily be that. Could have nothing to do with me. I'm very aware of that. I would like to believe, though, it had something to do with me, because that would be even better. Because then I'm getting underneath people's skins, and I hope I am. I want to piss so many people off because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm doing everything right. And that's what's going to piss people off. And that's what I want to have happen. So I'm going to work harder to make this happen more often. And I hope that what I really hope is that my post yesterday about that skull tile, that stupid Momente More tile. I hope that it was someone that was watching that video yesterday, because they're going to be watching this video today, maybe. And I hope it was them, because I encourage you to go do it some more. I encourage you to come to my gallery in Suttons Bay and throw something through the window if you're that jealous of me. I encourage you to do that. I want you to attack me in any way secretive as possible. I really hope it happens, because I'm going to get the word out, and people are going to know even more about me. People like gossip. People like the dirt. People like stuff like this. This is what really makes them. This is what the tabloids like to write about. This is what Donald Trump capitalizes on. This is what Hillary Clinton capitalizes on. The scandal. So maybe this was a really smart customer that decided to sneak over there and knock my sculpture over. So it's fine. It's great. I love it. I've never been more happy. I seriously have a huge adrenaline flush going. This tells me that I really am the top dog when it comes to the art and how much I put in. No question about it. I'm going to say it again. I am the most dedicated, in-tune artist most involved in their work, by the amount of hours I put in, by how much I've made it a part of my life. I'm single. I don't have any kids. I have it all going in here. There ain't no one like this. And I encourage more people to come and to whatever caused them to do this. Like I said, it could be a couple drunk kids that have no clue who I am. I'm aware of that. But I'm hoping, though, that it's someone who doesn't like me. I'm hoping I get more people jealous and who don't like me, because I'm not doing anything wrong. And I'm not going to change the way that I am one iota. I'm only going to get under your guys' skin even more. If you don't like me or are jealous of me, I'm going to get under your skin even more. Because you want to know what? I know what it was like. I used to play basketball. I was a college basketball star. There were guys out there that were dunking more than me. There were guys out there scoring more points than me. There were guys out there getting full-ride scholarships. I had friends rubbing it in my whole life, telling me that so-and-so had 4 dunks last night and I didn't have any. I know exactly what you're thinking. That's what's so fun about this. And you guys don't get it. You don't realize it. You don't understand it. Like I said, these might be a couple guys that were drunk and just knocked it over, and they don't even know me. So if that's the case, so be it. But I know if you're jealous of me, though, I know exactly what you're thinking, because I used to be jealous of people when I played basketball. And I know the emotion so thoroughly. I know it better than you, because I took it to the next level. I took it to college basketball. I know what it's like. I quit. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to go study. I wasn't going to be a professional anymore. I realized that. Tiles, though, I'm not quitting that. I'm not quitting tile work. This is going to go on forever. You understand? Forever. So you're going to have to get used to me, because I'm going to be in the papers. I'm going to be at art events. I'm going to be around creating things my entire life. Get used to it. It's not going to stop. So knock my sculptures over. Do whatever you can to increase my popularity, to increase my celebrity, to increase the value of my work. Because you just wrote me a check. You don't realize that. The guys that just knocked over my 1,200-pound sculpture in Elk Rapids wrote me a check. They handed me a check. So their drunk asses, not only, they're probably pissed away today because they're probably drunk and hungover, but they also wrote me a check during all of it. So it's wonderful. It's so wonderful. I mean, seriously, I don't even need any Christmas presents now. So I hope they knock it over again. What I really hope happens is that the people of Elk Rapids just can't deal with it anymore, and they say, Leif, man, this is just too much of a hassle. And I hope that happens, because then what I'll do is I'll take the sculpture here to Suttons Bay and I'll put it in front of my gallery. And then it'll be sitting there as a trophy, my trophy. No one's trophy but mine. And then you're all going to see it. And then let's see who has the balls to come downtown Suttons Bay and knock my sculpture over, because you will get caught. And then I'll be even happier, because then I'll know who you are. And I'll laugh even harder. Man, it's so funny when you become such an idiot, you kind of just totally lose like the sense of what reality is. So again, these could be like some 20, 21, 22-year-olds that got drunk for the first time and knocked it over. Who knows who it is? We can theorize all we want, but this is good. This is good for sport tile art. I'm very happy my sculpture got knocked over. I encourage anyone else that would like to knock the sculpture over again. I encourage people to go out over to my property where I have the other sculpture hidden on my property. Please come onto my private property. There's no cameras. You can go up there all you like to, knock the sculpture over. Knock it over. Because do you want to know what I'll do? I'll build a sculpture on top of it. And then you can knock that one over. And then I'll build another sculpture on top of that. And I'll keep building sculptures on top of the shit that you destroy. And then you want to know what's going to happen? Then there's going to be crowds coming to my property. And then I'm going to make a whole crap load of money. And then you're going to be writing me more checks, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've already thought it out. So trust me, I'm already about 10 steps ahead of you all. So this is my business. This is my life. Like I said, I am the greatest artist in this area. I know this. I have no children. I have no wife. I have no girlfriend. All my time is involved in this. I have employees. You can't spend any more time than what I'm spending. We only have 24 hours. I hear you, Cheryl. It sounds like you're frustrated too. I just had someone knock over my sculpture in the sculpture park. So this is a little different than someone complaining about your cherry product and who has never even tasted it. That just sounds like, I don't know. That sounds like, I mean, go on Emily Rydell's. She's that girl with the Gold Rush TV show. Go look at her post. She's got about half of her comments are all people just trashing her. You know, she's just going to get more famous. She's going to have more celebrity. It's just people taking their anger and their problems out on you because they think it's a temporary fix. It's like them getting drunk. It's a temporary fix. The problems aren't solved. So I'm going to go over there, and with the police, I'm sure we're going to tip it back over. We'll see what happened. I guess the back side of the sculpture is what got fallen over. So it's where the whole county is and everything. And if 1,200 pounds landed on the dirt, it probably cracked it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not too concerned about it. So whoever did it, I wonder if it happened last night. Because if it happened last night, this could be someone that got pissed off about my Momente More tile. Maybe someone was like, Leif is just on his high horse today. And, you know, I've had enough of this. You know, a couple dudes from, who knows? Could very well be someone I know on Facebook that saw the post from yesterday, Momente More. I don't care. See, it's so funny. I'm glad that I made entertainment for them. So for those people that don't buy my artwork, at least I'm entertaining them somehow. I mean, they're not going to let my tiles entertain them. They can go be entertained by knocking over my sculpture. So I could just go off and rattle off these wisecracks all I want, but I'm posting this so that everyone sees it, so that, like I said, right now I'm making money. Word's going to be spreading. There's going to be this crystallization of my work in people's minds even more because they know how much I love my work, how hard I work. They know. And to see something like this happen, it crystallizes their understanding of what this business means to me and how I'm going to take this to the grave, my business. Momente More, to the grave, my business. You know what that means? I ain't retiring when I'm 60 and getting some kind of pension. I'm going until I'm dead. You want to know what that means? I'm like, what? I'm 38? 30 years at least. I only got a third of my business left. I got 2/3 left to go. You know how much success I've had in 2/3 and 1/3 of my life? I got 2 more thirds to go. So you guys better hold on. If you're jealous of me or whatever it is, this isn't stopping. This isn't. Come over here and shoot me. If that's how you want to stop it, get used to me. I'm like the Michael Jordan. I'm like the Shaquille O'Neal. You know what happens eventually? I'm like Mario Batali, the Myers brothers, Carter Oosterhouse. That's what I'm like. I don't care. You know, get used to me. I'm going to be sitting on your Facebook and I'm going to be telling everyone what I'm doing and how much I enjoy what it is I'm doing because this is my life. This is all I got. So you can tuck your kids in at night and you can go with your buddies and maybe knock over my sculpture if that's who you are. I don't know who did this. I don't got any of that. I don't have any of that. Okay? I sacrificed a lot. I know this. So, this is entertainment for me right now. I could just keep pulling stuff out. I could keep rattling off analogies and similes and metaphors, and I can keep going. It's right in my mind. It's right as rain. What's going on here? I'm carving designs in clay in this shop by myself. That's what I'm doing. That's my life. What are you doing? Not my good friends out there, but anyone out there that doesn't like me that watches this or has a little bit of a, if I make their gears kind of turn the wrong direction a little bit. Because I sacrificed so much. And these are sacrifices that started way long ago. Way back in high school. Way back in elementary school. It started then. This is nothing you can catch up to. You cannot catch up to what it is I've created. You got to start now. And then maybe in 15 years you'll feel like I'm feeling now. In 15 years. It took me 15 years to get here. Non-stop, every day, working hard. Having all you guys telling me how I'm not sleeping, how can I do this? I don't know how you do this. Going to art fairs, not going out and drinking, everything. I've dedicated myself to making tiles. Donating to the Conservancy, donating to Fishtown, donating, churches, yada, yada, yada. Everywhere, happily donating. I will continue to happily donate. Knock over my sculpture. Go for it. You're making a wonderful point. You're showing me that you're mad at me. Great. I've been there. I've been there. I've had my best friends in the high school tell me that so-and-so from Traverse City had 4 dunks last night. You know what it's like when you think your friends in high school are telling you how many dunks some other person had? You know what that feels like? First off, I started playing basketball because coaches wanted me to play. I wasn't like, someone that wanted to play basketball because I wanted to be like Michael Jordan in the beginning. It wasn't like that. I had coaches wanting me to play. Coaches moving me up. I wasn't saying, hey coach, will you put me on the JV team? So when you have your friends telling you about how so-and-so had 4 dunks the night before in Traverse City, I'm supposed to get jealous by that, or that's supposed to make me feel good? So I know what it's like. I know this all too well. You can't trick the trickster. There's nothing you can do. I know this is the game that I've already mastered, and I've transcended it, and now I'm doing this. So you may be thinking right now that I'm telling you this so that you don't go and knock it over again. Maybe that's what you're thinking, because you're trying to figure me out, but you're not going to figure me out, because this is my game. You just entered my game when you go and touch my artwork. It's not your game anymore. It's my game. This is my game. I started it. I made the sculpture. Well, who are you? So you can knock it over again. You can leave it. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm going to succeed. I'm going to move forward. No matter what happens, I'm going to move forward. If I'm an old man sitting in a little building carving tiles someday of Norway, I'm still moving forward. And that's what I'll do, and that's what will make me happy. And I'll put a $500 price tag on that tile and sit it in my little gallery, like my gallery over at my dad's shop, and that's all that I'll have. I don't need a big factory. I don't need 100 employees. I don't need that. I don't need that to succeed. I can stop right now and go buy and be me again. I can do that. I know I can do that. I'm not afraid to do that. It wouldn't be as interesting if I do that. I like being active. I like trying to make my business grow in a different way, not just by myself. It's fun servicing more people. But I have no problem going back to just being me. So you can't defeat me. I'm paying my taxes. There's nothing you can do to stop me. I'm a tile artist. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a politician. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a manager of someone else's business. I'm carrying on a family tradition. So knock over my sculpture. Look at my sculpture. Take pictures of my sculpture. Do whatever you like. There's absolutely nothing you can do to hurt me. You can come here right now with your special order that you ordered this summer, knowing that I have about 300 people that want special orders. You can say, Leif, I'm tired of waiting. I didn't buy any other tiles in your store, but I wanted you to do a special order. And I didn't even want to do it for how much you asked for. I whittled you down $100. And now you're going to return the special order, ask for your deposit back because I'm not getting it done fast enough. Good. Ask for it back. I want to give you your deposit back. I really want to give you your deposit back because then I don't have to think about it anymore. I want to get your special order done. I have never not gotten a special order done. Why am I saying this? What does this have to do with the sculpture park? It has everything to do with the sculpture park. Whoever knocked my sculpture over, one, was drunk kids that don't even know who I am. I'm going to always make sure to mention that. Or two, somehow doesn't like me. There has never been a sculpture knocked over in the history of the sculpture park. And mine The 1,200-pound sculpture, probably one of the heaviest ever, happens to be the one that gets knocked over. Maybe it was a challenge. There's been heavy sculptures there, though, before. I do admit my sculpture, to a juvenile mind, to a very immature mind, it might look like kind of like, oh, that will fall right over. Let's push it over. So I don't know, though. So I'm gonna entertain both ideas, because this will be a learning experience for all of us. So right now, all I'm doing is working on special orders, okay? And I'm happy to do that. And I'm pressing things for my employees to carve and to paint, which is what I normally would do. Why I work on your special orders. So I don't need a feather in my cap. I don't need a pat on the back. I like sharing the stuff on Facebook because this is my outlet. This is my little world here. If Facebook didn't exist, I would be outletting somewhere else. But it exists, so you take advantage of it. Like I've taken advantage of everything we've ever done. Just like how a lot of you guys out there had more Nintendo games than me when I was a kid. You guys had more Nintendo games than me. You took advantage of Nintendo. I only had 4 games. You had like 30. So, you took advantage of that. I'm taking advantage of Facebook. Yeah. I do live videos. I talk to myself. You don't know how to do that. You've never tried to do that. You've listened to your friends who made fun of people that go live on Facebook. You don't think for yourself. So I go live on Facebook, and I've been doing it, so it's easier to do now. I have a voice. I have a reason. Notice, I don't just go on here ever to do live videos and talk about myself. Yesterday I went on here because people were saying crap on Facebook about Momente More. And I didn't want to sit there. I didn't have time to type out a big, long, freaking essay that you may or may not read. So I'll go on here live and I'll reference this video. Today I'm on here live again because someone knocked over my sculpture in Elk Rapids. So I don't go on here to tell everyone how lovely my tile is. Or to say how happy I am that all my friends showed up and, we all had a great time. I don't do that. Now, maybe if I had a group of friends and we were having a good chuckle and I could probably set this up so only my friends would see that video, I might do that. I don't know. I'm off the cuff right now. I don't have a teleprompter in front of me. So when I do these live videos, I'm not talking to my walls here. I'm talking to whoever wants to watch this. And I'm going to post this, and I don't care who watches it. I hope everyone watches this because I'm 100% right. 100% right. Okay, I'm done now. So I'm sure there'll be one more update at least about this sculpture park thing. Probably when we tip it up over and see how broken it might be. I don't think it'll be too broken. It's a mosaic, so it's already broken. But this is a good opportunity for me to make some points that need to be made. This live video stuff's new. So, like I said, what I ultimately hope happens is I hope the people in Elk Rapids. A part of me wants it to sell. I want this piece to sell. I think I'm creating this piece right now, though. This is going to be seriously if there ever was something like Stonehenge, something that had power, I'm creating something that has power now. I got people knocking it over, for God's sake. No one else has ever knocked anything over. There's history behind this piece now. So if people think it has bad juju, I hope they don't buy it. I hope they buy it, but if it doesn't sell, or let's say someone comes over and knocks it over again, maybe we'll pound some stakes on the corners now, so it's probably more difficult for some drunk kid to knock it over. If that was the case, someone that really wants to knock it over, they're going to be able to do it. But if they get tired of dealing with it being knocked over in Elk Rapids, I will put it in front of my store in Suttons Bay. And do you know how much attention that's going to bring to my business? It's going to be unreal. It's going to be kind of, in my mind, it's going to be like, it's going to be like, what are those, the churches in Europe and the people who do their pilgrimages to find the relics or the Pope's finger that's in some wooden box in like some ancient city. That's what it's going to be like with this sculpture in front of my gallery in Suttons Bay. So, like I said, I think positively. So no matter what happens, there's going to be a positive outcome. Okay. People are starting to. I got 6. I was up to 12 people. Now I got 6. All these jealous people out there. So I got 6 people left. So I'm watching the numbers go down. But really, they got 5. I'll just wait till it says 0, and then I'll stop talking because I don't care how many people are listening. But if people are going to be tired of my speech, then that's good. That means I've said enough. So I got 5 people. I still have more to say. A little bit more to say. I'm just a tile maker, I'm just a tile maker. Oh, I got 6 people. Okay, I went up 1. Okay, so I'm almost done. So one of 2 things is going to happen. Either someone's going to buy this, the people in Elk Rapids are going to see how this is an important sculpture, how this is interesting, how this has gotten attention, how this takes a long time to do something like this. I can tell you the whole story. Everyone else was done with their sculpture. I wasn't done because I was asked to do this last fall, and there was planning that I couldn't do until the spring because I didn't know how to do a sculpture yet necessarily. So I'm the only one that's still I'm almost finished with it, but not quite. I was getting really close to being finished. So either the sculpture is going to sell. If you're just joining me, my sculpture was knocked over in Elk Rapids. I'm going to post this video so you can watch it from the beginning. So either the sculpture is going to sell in Elk Rapids. I'm growing up here in Suttons Bay. There's bullies. I've had people steal stuff. I've had vandalism, things happen. And this is something that isn't necessarily a one-time thing. This is something that I can see definitely someone coming and knocking it over again. In my experience with people that do something like this is definitely something that people could do again. So I'm on the side of the fence that says this is going to happen again. So if the Elk Rapids Sculpture Park people just are tired of dealing with this, if they don't think the effort, the creativity, the idea behind my sculpture is special enough, I put all kinds of different ideas into this thing. This is what art's about, man. So either they're going to get sick of dealing with this and then they'll just give it back to me, which if they do that, I'm happy. I'm tickled to death to do that. This thing has taken so much time. It's priced at $3,000. This thing has probably taken $10,000 worth of time and effort and energy and gas money and everything going back and forth. So it doesn't matter to me if it sells or if I get it back. Because if I get it back, it's going to go right in front of my gallery in Suttons Bay. It's going to go right there. So that's it. Peace out. You'll find out what happens.